bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had two necks. I got homies that can sleep without two. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in, yeah.
Being located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception. But this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans. Taken about 7 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard. So a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Tannehill on first down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the second straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Tannehill. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. First down carry for Henry. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And some space here. Derrick Henry, 55 yards. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He could see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
They'll run it. This is James Robinson. Danico Autry is in on the stop. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll look to throw here. Trying to improvise. And, boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Third down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Jeffrey Simmons in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. On the return, it's Tate. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And it'll be Titan football.
At their own 30-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he connects with Ertz. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunky yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Tannehill. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Leads to 3rd down and 1.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Golden Tate there to make the grab. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8-ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 53 yards. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that'll make our score 14-7. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
Golden Tate on the return. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing and a touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A.J. Brown, 81 yards. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he fires one incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A throw over the middle taken in. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, 75 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
Golden Tate on the return. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now the second down throw on target. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Titans! Golden Tate. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
For the extra point.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo. Didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
That one good for 37 yards. On first down, it's Robinson, and he's taken down inside the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down, Jaguars.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Forced out to his left. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. They'll run it down to Robinson. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
How about that stand defensively? The sticks were moving against them. First down after first down was being piled up. They had driven all the way down the field, and then they ran into a wall on 3rd and goal. Nice job regrouping. Very impressive.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jeffrey Simmons able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A big play there. 87 yards. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit.
Josh Lambo lining
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Henry. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. A toss right to Henry. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Gun now on 3rd down. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 41. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
He's got the 1st down inside the 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and through. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Being chased out left. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Tannehill. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. And that one results in 35 yards.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Ryan Tannehill with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Titans 49, Jaguars 21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. 75 yards. And the Jaguars get a score closer. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They run on first down with Henry, but the hole evaporates quickly as he'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Tannehill. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Tannehill. Looking downfield for Jones. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it. And it brings up 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. On the return, here's Agnew. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's one heck of a 3rd down conversion, a pickup of 39.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 30 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So often...
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Mo Alley Cox there to make the grab. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Titans 49. Jaguars 30.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on. And this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They begin with Henry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Tannehill escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
From the gun on third down, Tannehill. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a third down.
Yards on the play. And it's third down.
Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. A run there with Henry as he gets forward only for about 3. 2nd down coming up.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 27, Tannehill. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now
Tannehill.
At the 41-yard line.
And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
They'll run on 1st down. Henry. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
1st and 10 at the 20.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Titans have taken the lead. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Titans 56, Jaguars 49.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as... And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Back to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A 20th carry down for Derrick Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
3rd and 4.
Let's go.
Tannehill now to throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left.
Sets up 4th down.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Tennessee, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.